Welcome to MindGlint. My name is Kingsley Aimufua. We often feel we need to be flawless before we can be used. We wait for a perfection that never comes. But let us look at the facts as they are laid out in the Word. The statement says, God does not choose perfect men. He chooses men perfect for the job. While you won't find those exact words in a single verse, the pattern is the very heartbeat of Scripture. From the beginning, God has never been in the business of selecting the finished product. He isn't looking for the person who has it all figured out. He selects, he shapes, and he strengthens. He sees the potential in the raw material. He sees the masterpiece within the unhewn stone. His criteria for selection are entirely different from ours. Consider 1 Corinthians. But God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. Not the strongest, not the smartest, not the most qualified by worldly standards. He often reaches for the ones people overlook, the ones sitting in the shadows of the prominent. 1 Samuel reminds us, the Lord does not look at the things people look at. People look at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. Think of David. He wasn't even invited to the lineup when Samuel came to anoint a king. He was out in the fields, a mere shepherd boy, the youngest and least expected. But he was chosen because God saw what his own family could not. God saw a king where others saw a boy. He sees your substance, not your surface. Moses pleaded with God, saying, "Pardon your servant, Lord. I have never been eloquent." He focused on his stutter, on his perceived inadequacy. But God replied, "Who gave human beings their mouths? I will help you speak and will teach you what to say." The issue was never his weakness, it was his willingness to go. God doesn't need your talent as much as he needs your availability. When he calls you to an assignment, the equipment is provided in the calling. To Paul, God said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." This is a difficult truth to grasp in a world that worships strength. Your weakness is not a barrier to God. It is the very platform where his power is most clearly displayed. It is exactly where he shows up to do what you cannot. Gideon said, "How can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest, and I am the least in my family." He saw his insignificance as a disqualifier. But God saw a mighty warrior, just as he saw apostles in simple fishermen. Peter, Andrew, James, and John weren't scholars. They were ordinary men who became history changers. The history of the faith is written by the unlikely. It is a chronicle of the marginalized, the broken, and the flawed being transformed by a divine mandate. God does not wait for you to reach perfection before he calls. He calls you in your mess, in your doubt, and in your inadequacy, and then he qualifies you. He doesn't choose perfect people. He chooses people and makes them fit for the assignment. Your flaws are just the canvas for his grace. Thanks for watching this episode of MindGlint. I hope these truths encourage you to step into your calling, regardless of your perceived imperfections. Do watch out for more of this as we continue to explore the basic facts of faith. Kingsley Aimufua, signing off.